So in the last class, we discussed about some basic points like what is a cloud, okay, why we are moving to a cloud, what is the importance of data factory, okay, and what is the BI process. What is a BI process? What we do in BI process, okay, and what is the different services that we are going to discuss. Along with that, also we have seen what is exactly the BI process, what we do in real time, okay, end-to-end business process. So whatever we are doing it, this is completely in on-premises setup. Okay, in on-premises, we are doing all these activities. So to share the report, with the end user, we are doing this many of approach. We are extracting the data from the application sites. Okay, we are extracting the data from the application end. We are loading the data through connectivities in the live servers. We are maintaining the current day data in the live servers. From there, we are extracting our data through your ETLs, whether it is on-premises SSIS, or if you use for cloud, we call as data factory service in Azure. That is also ETL. And through that data factory, we are loading the data to the SQL server, where can business reporting team can easily connect to the database, query the data, and they can extract and they can write the data. They can show the data in the form of reports in the visualizations. So the main important point here is our role is to maintain our data, to extract from a different sources and load into the specific storage account. That helps to the business owners or report developers easily to access and manage their report developers. Okay, so this is what we have to do a practical session once, so that you'll have a clear idea. So earlier we are setting in the on-premises. This all we are setting. We require physical systems. We require servers. We require separate team. We require database team. We require separate installation team, IT team, many things. To install some extent to GBs of data, also we require separate team. Architecture is required. And moreover is whether that capacity that system is holding or not. That also matter. So to overcome all these things, features, what Microsoft suggested is just come to our store. We give you all the service. You no need to do any kind of activities, no need to take any backups. Whenever you require storage to be extended, we use flexible virtually. We use through store. The store name they have given is as Azure. The store name they have given as Azure. Whatever the services they are providing you, okay, whatever the Azure services, they are asking us to come to our store and purchase whatever the services you want. You want virtual machine, we provide VM. You require operating system 2012, we provide. You want 2022, we provide 22. Storages, yes, we provide storages. Whether you want on-premises storage, whether you want cloud storage, we provide on-premises or cloud storages. So now what is happening is very flexible kind of services we are into cloud. That doesn't mean when you are accessing any kind of service from a cloud, that doesn't mean it is stored in the cloud. Yes, there is a physical data center will be there. Physical data center. In that physical data center, you are storing the data. Whatever you are doing, whatever you are electing, whatever the storage you are storing it, whatever SQL server you are installing it, that physically there is a data center in that specific location. When you install the database also, it will ask you which location you want to prefer. So in that location, your data center will be placed. If you observe, we are storing some in Gmail, we have a Google Drive, G Drive, right? We are storing up to 15 GB of data. We don't know where they are storing it, but definitely you are using like a virtually. You are storing your photos, images, documents, other stuff, and you are storing like a cloud. So where it is storing, how it is storing, that completely that Google is going to take care about that G drive. But physically, somewhere the data center is stored. In that data center, your all the application get installed. So each company they have own tie-up with the location because end of the day, end of the year they have some tally, they have some other things. So that time each location they have every year, every month they go and sit into that location data center. They check what kind of level they are maintaining, security and all everything they maintain. And if you go for a cloud developer also, data factory developer, in your company you'll have a technical document. In the technical document, they clearly mention if you want to select East US, you have to select the location East US. If they ask you to select India region, you have to select India region. So this is something data center, you are maintaining it. That means whatever you installing it, you definitely you work like a virtually. You know where you're going to install anything. Everything Microsoft backend is going to work. There are some system, there are some procedures. So they will deploy on behalf of you. If you want to install SQL Server only, what will happen? I require setup file. This is what you have to go. You have to download setup file. You require setup file. You require other stuff. You require softwares to be updated and make sure that the software, if it is not updated, .NET frameworks, other frameworks, then it won't allow you. It will throw you error simply to update it. If you update again, it will work. If it is, this is the steps you have to follow to install just SQL Server. Then again, you will asking which installation is, what type of service you want to select, whether it is a standalone machine, whether it's a new editions. And SQL Server also, there are different editions we have. Company level, we use enterprise. Here you can use evaluation, which give you 180 days. You can use always free like a developer edition, which having less features. And other is express edition. These all editions are available in Azure. Whatever you want, go log into the portal and purchase. You no need to purchase the license also. They are giving you ready to use. You just need to use what kind of edition you want. If I want enterprise, in enterprise, what version you want, 2012, I'll take 2012 SQL Server full features. In 1 second, 2 seconds, I'll be ready with my SQL Server. Storage also, if you select 250, that doesn't mean it will give you only 250. Whenever it is a scaling, whenever you use requirement, scale in and scale down. It is up to you. Scale in and scale down the 250 GB. But when you install, whenever you install this drive in your local server, that means it will installing in your C drive. Right? Whatever you install, that you are installing in your local server. That is in your C drive installation process. Whatever you're installing in your local server, C drive is full. What you'll do next? No chance. You have to delete other things. Until unless if you don't delete it, your data, SQL Server data will be corrupted. Either you have to add external hard disk. That external hard disk also will support or no, we don't know. So these all are overcome through your Azure concepts. The same thing, these are the steps you have to follow. You have to give passwords, other things, features, add current user, then it will go and it will install the features. Same SQL Server if you want to install in cloud. See how it is simple it is. I want database, I'll go to the login. I'll just go to the portal.azure.com. That's it. You required one account. Yesterday I explained you required one account, either pay-as-go account, either free account, either student account. Any one of this account is required. How to create, I'll show you. So you just need to log into the portal.azure.com. Here only you will work. You need to have one system with you, one internet. That's it. No other tools are required. So when you log into the portal, so this is my portal, portal.azure.com. This is my portal. So in the yesterday's class, I explained there are different services are there. What is your background? Accordingly, you have to go for your service. If you're going for BI developer or data engineer developer, if any of this background you have, you can go with this course. So I want to install SQL Server. Simply, I'll just select the service. I'll just in one page, I'll create a SQL Server database in one page only, nothing more. This one page I have to fill like a form. My subscription, my account having paid to subscription, I'll just create one folder that is my Vinay Tech resource group. I want a database called customer database under which server you want to attach Vinay Tech SQL servers. And I want to log in with the same name and the password is because I am not installing in my local system. That's it. Click OK. Server is ready, database is ready. Now storage. How much GB of data you want? You want 1 GB, you want 2 GB, you want 100 GB. That is cost is estimated per month. That's it. Click apply. Click backup in your local server. See here what you are doing when you selecting here is what you selected location physically where you want to install which location. Your set is by default is East US. If your company asks you to load in the other location, you have to select the other location. This is physically your server is getting that database is getting installed in these locations. But you are acting like a virtually. You don't need to worry about what is happening in background. You don't need to worry about that. So background, what is happening? You don't need to worry about it. Just click OK. Take a backup. It automatically takes a backup because data is very important and precious. How much GB of data you want? Let's select 1 GB. For now, I'm just selecting 1 GB. Later, you want 200 GB, you increase it. Later, you want, you can increase it up to you. Review and create. That's it. It's going to deploy in the next 1 minute. It will validate your information and it will deploy. You no need to worry about it. It will give you the notification. Not only this service, any service in the cloud, whatever you want machine, get it installed. You want storage, get it installed. Your database ETL tools, get it installed. Server installed. Anything. Just like a form, you have to fill, you have to give information. Once it is developed, on the top of that, you start working on your development. So it is getting installed. It's getting deployed on service. So what happened? One database is getting ready. The server is getting ready. Now my data is in other storages, cloud storages. Can I create a cloud storage? Yes, definitely I can create a cloud storage. Please mute your mics. Any doubts, any questions are there? I will clarify in the session. Okay. So it is getting deployed. Let it get deployed. I'll go to another tab. I want storage account. Click on storage account. What type of storage account you want? Data lake, block, or what type of you want? File share, queue, stable, non-SQL, SQL. Just select here in the same resource group. I want block storage account. Physically install over here. I want block storage. Every time any storage, they take a backup. You no need to worry about that. It takes a backup. Create. That's it. Server is getting ready. SQL Server is getting ready. Meantime, also we started parallelly deploying the storage account. And parallelly, you want to create data factory also. Because now our requirement is this is created. This is also getting ready. Let's create the data factory also, ETL tool. I'll just create data factory. One form. In the same resource group, this is my test ADF, new, one, whatever the name you want to give. Click next. There's a concept called GitHub configuration at DevOps. I'll tell you when we go for the regular classes. For now, I'll make it later. Later, we're going to configure it. I'll show you how to configure. For now, make it later. Review and create. That's it. See, storage is ready. SQL Server is also ready. This is my SQL Server. This is my customer DB under this server. Currently, it is online, and this is my complete path. Do you want to open in your SQL Server SSMS? Open it. No, you want to open here only? Open it. It's up to you. So let me add one setting. What is that setting? I'll tell you later, okay? My network, I'm adding it here. My IP address is adding because of authorization. Okay. Just type here as server. What is your server? My server is this one. Copy and just paste it. Your user ID already created user ID, if you remember. Click on connect. That will connect to your Azure cloud. Now play whatever the data you want to insert, whatever the update you want to do it. New query. This is customer DB. No, I don't have management studio. I don't know how to work with SQL things. Don't worry. Just in the portal only, you have a query editor option. Just type username password. That's it. Yeah, you got it. You want to create table? Create table. Some employee table. ID, employee ID, employee name, employee salary, employee address. That's it. Just I'm going to create one table. You want to check the table in your local system also, you can check it in your local system. Here is my local system. Management studio. I have a table. You want to insert the data, insert the data into employee table. What the values you want to insert? Let's suppose I want to insert employee one, the name of this one, and the salary, and the address. So one record is there. If you want to check in the cloud, yeah, check it. So I take all this stuff, select that one, employee table, run it. One record is there. This is record is manually inserting. Can we insert now? My data is over here. My data is over here. Let's take this example as this one. This picture. What is that? My data is in the some storages. This is a blob storage, cloud storage. Through data factory, I'm loading somewhere. Instead of data lake, I'm using here Azure data, Azure SQL database. Can we do? Let's see. This you can see this complete picture. Copying the data from the blob storage with the help of data factory and loading the data in SQL Server. Can we do one example of this? Let's see them. Very important. So what I'm having the database ready. I'm having the data factories ready. I'm having the storage is ready. Can you see the storage? Let's see. I'll show you the storage also. Storage also created. This is blob storage. You want to create storage? Yeah, I create the storage container. You want container? Let's create data logs container. Inside data logs container, I want to upload some files. Yes, definitely. How you upload in the Google Drive? This is also like a Google Drive. You want to upload? You can upload it. Which file you want? You want Pune file? Upload Pune file. What data is there, you can check here. See all these records. All these records. You want to share with someone? Yes, definitely I can share with someone. Right click, go to the properties like a drive. How you going to share with someone? You're going to share with someone like through link. Here also give you link. I'll just keep you the chat box. Just check anyone can open that link and check data is able to download or not. Can you confirm anyone? I just posted in the chat. This is like a drive. Anyone can confirm, please? Are you able to open that link? Yes or no? If it is yes, just confirm. Yes. Can you able to see the link which I posted in the group chat? Just open the link. That's it. Nothing will happen. Open the link. Just try to check. I have given access. Just update me in the chat box if yes or no. Or I'll just go like a new window. No. Yeah, because of what is happening here is when I try to new window, I'll paste this link like this. You'll get it, I guess. Am I right? This is you get it because we did not give you access. I did not give you access because of access level security. Now I'll give you access only on that file. Now you can go and check. If I go and write, it will start downloading that file. It will download that file and you can check the data also. It will work because now I have given access. When you give access on drive level, definitely you'll specify the email address. Here also you need to give access. There is a access keys we have. You can check here access keys. When you give access key, you are giving complete access on the account. You are the user. You are the user. I don't want to give complete access. Then SAS key we call. Only on container level, he has only write operations. He has delete operation. He has this list operation. This is particular access. Okay, don't worry. Going further, we'll discuss in detail level this all. But our requirement is to achieve this requirement through pipelines. This is what we are here. We want to achieve this requirement. Okay. Now our storage is ready. File is ready. Table is ready. Can we create one pipeline in data factory? Yes. Don't worry. All these options link service data set. Later I'll explain you all this stuff because I want to explain from scratch. For now, just to show you demo, I'm explaining it. Okay. From scratch, we do this, all these activities. Okay. Two things are ready. Service is this one and this one is ready and data factory also ready with us. Let's see. This is data factory is ready. So launch the studio. This is the place where you develop your pipelines. My data factory name and studio is getting open. Okay. So this is my author, creation of pipelines. You can create here. Go to the new pipeline. I'll explain everything. Don't worry. I'll explain you everything. So my data is movement from blob to Azure SQL pipeline. This is my pipeline. You just need to take a drag and drop feature, copy and drag. What to do? Copy the data from source to destination. What is the source in this picture? Our source is blob storage. That is what I need to just tell that my source is blob storage. My source is blob storage. Click on new. These are many sources that we have. But what is your source? Search here. Blob source. If it's Oracle, take Oracle. If it is SQL, take SQL. If it is Salesforce, take Salesforce. If it is SQL, take SQL. If it is a cloud, take the cloud service. Up to you. For now, blob storage. For data lake, select the data. What format it is. So these options, this many formats you can support. Delimited format. The file is. This is my name. You can give proper name. Source set. Do you have any connection between your account data filter to? No, let's create it connection. In the subscription, we have only one account. Yes. Click OK. That's it. Once it is connection is ready, it will ask you which container it is. We have container data logs container. Under that we have a file. Yes, import that file. First row has a header because first row in this one, first row we have a under data logs container we have a first row has a header. I don't want to treat like a data. This row consider as header. That is what I'm saying here. Consider as header. Click OK. That's it. Your source is ready. You want to preview the data, preview it. This is the data. It's treating like header because you selected as header. Sync. Sync means destination. Where to be copied. Destination to be copied over in my table. Data to be copied over here. So I'll go to the new. Now my data is in SQL Server. I want to copy data in SQL Server. Take a SQL Server connection. You no need to build a connection. Everything is inbuilt, ready to use. Just you need a credentials. That's it. That access you required. This is my employee table, employee data set. That is employee table. Yes, this is my link service. You have to just tell that. Where is that server? What is the server name? What is the database name? What is the username? What is the username? If you don't know username, log in it and check here username. Copy that and you know password. That's it. If you don't know password, we'll generate a password. If everything is ready, test the connection. If it succeeds, okay, then connection is ready with this user. And we have one table inside the server. We have table. Which table? Employee table. Is it employee table ready? Yeah, employee table. That's it. What kind of operation you want to do? Insert, upset, incremental process, or procedure process? Let's go with first insert. Mappings. Yes, definitely I'll do mappings. Mapping is very, very important when you are doing from source to destination. Employee, sometimes what happens, source having ID. Here you declare as employee ID. Here you selected name. Here you have given customer name. The names are different. Now you can see here. Here is E address. Why it is not mapped? What is it coming from? What is the column? Address. E is missing. Everything is properly mapped. Lastly, it is not missed because of the name difference. You have to manually map that. So don't worry, 100 of columns if it is there in real time, automatically it will map. Some columns if it is not there, then that time columns you have to map it. Everything is ready. Source is ready. My blob storage is ready. Target is ready. Table. Mapping is also done. Now I just need to validate if everything is connections are ready. Just click on the button for one-time development. Now what will happen when you execute? When you schedule this morning 5 AM, it will extract this data. It will load the data over here. Once the data is ready, then ask the team to start reporting. So my data is ready. It is getting executed. That's it. If you want to see, check how many record is processed. So data is copied from this location to this location. How many records is processed? 24 records. 2 connections. How much duration is used? How much integration is charged? You want to see? Just go and verify the data. For verifying, I ask you to have a knowledge of SQL. See, all data is processed. You want to check in your local system? Yeah, definitely you can check it. Go and check here also. The data will be available. Instead of doing manual is easy, or instead of doing through package is easy, through pipeline is easy. If the millions of records are come, it will process. So if I start by mistake, your friend is started again. You in the morning, evening, somebody started. What will happen? There is a chance of data duplications. Already 24 record is processed. Again, somebody by mistakenly it started. What will happen? Revenue will get duplicated. Counts will get extra. So how to avoid this kind of issues in real time? That is through loading process. There is a full load process. There is a delta load process. There is a incremental process. There is a SCD method. There is a lookup method. There is a CDC method. These all are loading process. See, how many record is processed? 24. More 24 is record is processed. 24. That if you see, I'll run it one more time. Data will be duplications. 49 records. Revenue is going to get duplicated. To avoid this kind of issues, we go for loading process. Okay. So this is just an example. Like that, we have many activities. We have many other activities. First, you have loaded in the storage account, data lake account, extracting the data from the files to data file tray, load in the data lake. Once the data lake is complete, then load in the SQL server. Then start other reportings. No, it is not. You can go with other requirements. So like this, we have many other such requirements. So wherever your manager asks you to load, we have to ready with your components. These are the activities. Okay, these are the process. There's many activities we're going to discuss. Iteration activities, integration runtimes. What is the integration runtime? Now you have load the data within the cloud. Cloud to cloud, you're loading it. By default, what is taking auto resolve integration runtime is working. We want to see, check in the connections. These are two connections. One is blob, one is SQL server. But to connect to these connections, we have capacity called integration runtime. It is by default, it is auto resolve. If data is there in your local server, data is there in another server, then you have to go with self-hosted integration runtime. It is data is there in some other gateway. You have to do through this one. If data is in some other way, shifting the packages to the cloud, that is through SSID integration runtime. So this we are going to discuss. There's a transformations we have. Right now we are discuss only through direct way. Source is there, destination is there. Source is there, destination is there. Do you see anywhere I use transformations? No, I not use any transformation. Then there is a concept called data flows. You have a source, you have a destination. In between, you have a transformation. These are the transformations. These are the transformations. So earlier version 1 of Data Factory, you have only activities. In version 2, they have added data flow, CDC concept, Power Query concept. Okay. So like that, you have different loading process, deployment process, automation. It doesn't mean every time you have to click on button. No, nowhere you click on button, debug button. This is for just to show you executing. You have a concept called scheduling. Here we're going to schedule. There are 3 types of schedule. You even don't need to wait for the schedule. There is a custom event. Whenever the file comes in the storage, automatically it will run. Whenever the file somebody is uploaded, automatically it will run your package. You don't need to wait for schedule also. No, you want to go schedule minutely, hourly, secondly, go with that. This is the schedule option. We call as triggers in Data Factory. Okay. So wherever the data is there, this is completely case study we're going to discuss. Wherever the data is there, data is in the blob storage, to blob, move it. Blob to Azure SQL. This is just now we seen blob to SQL Server. Tomorrow they ask you the reverse method. SQL Server having the data, application writing the SQL Server. Now what happens? Some cases it is not compulsory. Always you have to use the files application. Application also write the data in the databases. That time you have to extract from database, load into some other database, or load some other files. That is we call as this process. Loading the data from SQL to SQL. Data is in Hadoop systems, data lake systems. You don't need to code anything. Everything is ready. You just need to use the feature of that. In simple method, you are loading the extracting the data, huge volume of data into other different systems. So these are some case studies. This is only maximum you will have in real time. Not more than this one. Still, if you have, you are capable to do this one. Okay. So these are going to, we are going to discuss these all points. Whatever we are discussing over here, now we have just discussed about how to extract the data from the storages, whatever the storages is there. We are extracted through data factory and we have used it. Okay. So in this concept, there's one more concepts are there. That is the GitHub process. Okay. Now we have just loaded from data from source to destination. But in real time, there is one more, many things are there. If you want to do incremental load, offset operations, other things, many features are there. In data flows also, there is a transformations are there. So not only one transformation, there are many transformations. Condition wise, you want to load the data, or you want to load the data, some other lookups. You want to derive a new columns. These are the some filtering kind of stuff with coming from source data. What is proper data you need to pass, and in the end you have to pass here in the destination. So these all are comes in the picture when you go real time. Okay. Now let's talk about the services, what we are going to discuss. Any questions, any doubts here, guys, in the data factory? Any questions or doubts in the data factory?
Sure, I have one doubt. Actually, when we use free account, right, we are not able to create any resource group or anything as such, because for free account, we have some limitations. In that case, do we need to go for pay as you go subscription?
It is not like you cannot create. You can create till $200. It will be for 1 month. You can create anything you can want. You can create.
In free. So you're saying in free account, we can create resource groups, everything,
yes,
SQL
yes,
database, everything?
Everything you can create. My complete old students, ask them old students, how they are practicing it. Everywhere, no one will pay from pocket. Pay as you cannot pay.
Yeah, that's what, that we cannot take it, pay as you go subscription.
Because of, if you do as pay, who will come? Marketing strategies from Microsoft is they're paying $200 bucks for a clients. They want us to first study. They are asking to first come to our portal, understand that logics, understand the services, then go for the businesses. That is what they're giving you free. So you know everything, whatever I'm discussing, everything you can work with free.
Okay, so we can create everything, virtual machines, everything under free account.
Everything you can create.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
Don't worry, everything you can create. If you don't get create, I'll give you access. Don't worry. Okay. I'm sure, 100% sure, everything you can create. Because how these people are practicing 7 a.m., 8 a.m., 6 a.m. This how they are practicing through free account only. How to create free account? I'll give you these links. I'll give you some links. With that links you can create. We have any link? This one. So like this, when you go for free account like this, this is just picture. It will give you $300. We can create a free only. I'll forward the document. Okay. The document I already uploaded. I'll give you the document. You can get it from that. Azure BI course content. It is. I'll check in the drive only. Let me check in the drive. So you just need to click that link. Detail level, it will show you over there. Whatever the details you want, it will give you the creations part, login, how to create, what details you need to fill, everything you have. This is something called, in case after 30 days you think that your money will be charged from your account, also you can disable it whenever you want. This is something for student account. You just click on this link. It will take you to that account creation. You no need to search anywhere. No credit card is required. See, it is giving you 100. After 200 USD dollar free account is complete, go with this one. If you have free account, use free account. Free account also link I provided already. Yeah, try for free. All services, whatever services they are giving you, clearly it is showing you, which is 55 always free, and 12 which is always some 12 months free, some popular services, and what are the extra they are giving you. All the pictures will have detail level. Okay, don't worry, everything you can create with that account. Okay.
Okay,
So
sure.
all practices will be done through the free account only. Okay.
Okay, fine. Thank you.
Yeah. So yeah, any other questions, guys, apart from that? So yeah, the services. Now, what services means the topics. Don't call here as topics. The call here as services or resources. What is that? I'll tell you. See, resources group is there, resources are there, and we call here services. We don't call softwares, we don't call other stuff. Only service and resource when you're talking about the portal. Okay. Let's talk about what are we are going to cover here. So first is Azure storage account. Okay, under that we have different type of accounts like a block, like a file shares, like tables, queues. Okay, and we have other storage account like Azure SQL account, SQL. Under Azure SQL, Azure SQL is not a database. Under Azure SQL is a topic. Under that we have Azure SQL database, which I just created now. Azure SQL managed instance. Then under that we have Azure SQL in VM. Then separately we'll see how to create virtual machine. Okay. Then we'll see Azure Data Lake account. Under Azure Data Lake, there are two modules, Azure Data Lake Store. Under that, we have a Data Lake Gen 1, Data Lake Gen 2. Okay, then we have Azure Data Lake Analytics. Then we'll see other Azure Data Warehouse Synapse. Then we'll see SSIS, that is SQL Server Integration. What is the integration services? That is the ETL tool. Okay, it's very, very important. It is the ETL tool before going to your data factory. Okay, Azure Data Factory, before going to your Azure Data Factory, we're going to discuss this ETL tool. So you can call it like this is a parent tool of your data factory. On top of this, only this data factory is developed. Okay, that is very, very important. Then Azure Active Directory, Azure Logic app to schedule your mail alerts. Okay, not only mail alerts, also you can send some, you can execute your, you can pipelines over there also. Is another method. Then we'll see some Azure Databricks. Then we'll see some Azure migrations. Okay, Azure migrations. So here only there are a lot of topics that we have by using backpack file, and some Azure migration assessment tool. Migration assessment is there, tool is there. By using that, we are going to discuss. There are many other topics are there. Okay, the detail level we are going to cover. So that I have already mentioned in the document. Why I am focusing this topic is very, very important topics, whatever I focus here. Okay, there are many things like app registrations, logic app, some active directories, some creations of subscription, event grids, event hub. There are many things are there. So these all are we are going to discuss. Even if you go for data factory only, there are a lot of topics are there inside submodule. And here there are many topics are there. So this is like high level of topics. Okay, if you want, you can go through all this course content. I already forwarded it. If you want, you can go. So resource group creations, resources, how to manage, how to delete. In case if it is got deleted, how we can retrieve those information, all we can use it. So earlier it was started blob storage, then it was introduced like data lake. Now nobody is using the Hadoop systems. Why it is not using Hadoop system? That file system is introduced in data lake. Earlier we was using some Spark language, some Scala, some those kind of languages we are using to process the big data. But nowadays it is very simple. In data lake, which is implemented on top of Hadoop HDFS, it's very easy to process the data. Okay. So that information we can easily work through your data factory. All right. So these are the topics that we are going to discuss. Definitely, again, we are going to discuss some other resource group, resources, other things. In going further, we'll see. Okay. Any other doubts? Any other questions, guys?